Come on. That's it. Come on then. Come on then. Yeah, that's it. Alright. Right, let's get this bike unboxed. We've got a whole lot of bike. Okay, I'm going to go and grab a tool because this is all held in with cable ties. Okay. Whoa. Right, just another 40 or so cable ties. Okay, we're going to cut these ones. Watch your fingers on those. Wow, gotta be careful with this one. Maybe I shouldn't be doing it with a knife. What's in here? Oh, pedals. I want a booklet. Of course. Check it out. A thing of beauty. Take your time with this, there are as many parts as there are stages and a lot of things to get familiar with. So find some space and set aside a good couple of hours because you don't want to be in a rush to make a mistake. The instructions are graphic and detailed, but this little cap on top of the handlebars did stump me for a while. If you're interested in getting your hands on an Engwe bike yourself, don't forget to check the description for the link and discount codes. Although you can put this bike together by yourself, there's no doubt that an extra pair of hands comes in useful. The rear rack has a maximum weight capacity of 25 kilos, which is loads, and if you go to the Engwe website you'll find a couple of options for bags that are designed to fit on the back. Both front and rear lights bolt on with ease, and cable ties are provided to help secure any loose cabling. The bike fully assembled, it was time to charge it up. First of all, using the mains plug on the wall. The charging point is on the crossbar and easy to find, and there's enough cable there to make charging easy in most circumstances. Alternatively, if you happen to have a power station like me, you can also charge it off of that. Now, although e-scooters seem to be a law unto themselves, regulations surrounding e-bikes are actually over 40 years old. Here are the key points from the Electrically Assisted Pedal Cycles regulations of 1983. So an electrically pedal assisted cycle, or e-pack, must have pedals, of course, show the power output or manufacturer, show the battery's voltage or maximum speed, have a maximum power of 250 watts, and not propel the bike more than 15 miles per hour. and also only propel itself up to 4 miles per hour without pedalling. Since my Engwe bike ticks all the boxes, that means it's classed as a normal pedal bike, which means you can ride it on cycle paths and anywhere else a normal bike would. Any more power than that and you'll be classed as a moped or a motorcycle, in which case it will have to be taxed and registered. You're going to need a driver's license and a helmet. Now fully charged, it's time for a maiden voyage. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you, this is the first e-bike I've been on in a while and I wasn't that confident, unlike my 14-year-old who knows nothing about fear. So today I've got the opportunity to take the Engwe away with us as we head up to Shaftsbury for the night to a rather famous hill. Now Stampy's got a bike rack that can take 4 bikes and up to 60 kilos, and the Engwe, thanks to its chunky frame and battery, and like most e-bikes I guess, takes up 40 kilos of that, or just shy of 40 kilos. So the weight is not an issue, it's just getting it up to this height. Now for me, lifting 40 kilos of awkward bike on my own up to this height was quite difficult. But if you've got some help or a lower bike rack, then it's no problem at all. So the only other problem I've faced is that where you've got fat tyres, the straps for the wheels don't work, so I've had to use additional webbing to keep that in place. But otherwise, with a few adjustments, it's on there. I just hope the weather holds. So B's given me the job of bringing these 2 loads back to the motorhome, but when we're going to put them, because they're not going to stay on there. If only I had some sort of bag to put them in. Well, these sides don't look big enough for bread, but watch this. Look at that. Somewhere for B's carver. Last stop on the round will be old B's place. It was like taking bread to the top of the world. This is crazy. I forgot old B lives in a motorhome. 'Twas a grand ride back though, and I knew old B would have the kettle on with hot slices of avocado on toast. Get it inside, you should say. You must have gone up that hill as fast as you came down. Hi honey, I'm home. Yeah, well, I got your carver. Cheers. Hey, the Engwe Pro Engine 2. Better today than it's ever been. So we're back at base, but unfortunately Stampy is still somewhere in a field in Hampshire. Kids have gone off with B to a class and I've been left stranded at home. However, not totally stranded. I have the Engwe foldaway e-bike that I'm now going to use to take what, according to Google, is 5 miles across town and country with an ascent of about 200 feet at some point. Right, well the bike is pretty cool, but just for added coolness, I'm going to do it in shades. Okay, so this is not a familiar path to me at all. And a good test of the bike, because just down there, as you can see, there's still a lot of wet, damp, deep, dirty mud to get through. With these big fat tread tyres, I shouldn't have any problem going through those. People very generously or kindly put some logs down, which is just, more fun for me basically. I'm not going to be able to film this bit because it's likely I need both hands on the handlebars, but I'll get to the end. I'll let you know how it went. Oh, okay, I'll try and film a bit if it keeps you quiet. Let's go. That's a big pit. Okay, here comes some fun. Oh man. This is where the dual suspension comes in beautifully. I've got power assist 4 on. I could probably go down, to be honest. I'm not trying to race through this. This is not a path for the faint-hearted. If I'm honest, I'm not entirely sure I'm on the right path. Oh my god, here we go. Centrifugal force. This puddle's as deep as my elbow to my left and right, and yet it hasn't rained for a week or more. So it must all be coming off this beautiful field next to me. Okay, there was a fork in the road and I've gone this way. Let's hope it's the right way. No, the other way was the right way. Crikey, that is quite the path. I can see a road, hooray! And my worst nightmare, a thin gate. Let's see what we can do. It's not actually my worst nightmare, that's far too graphic to do on a vlog about motorhomes or bikes. I think it's straight ahead. Who knows? The great thing is I can afford to get lost because it's not down to my energy, which is what I find is the big difference between the electric car, which nearly died coming back home today, and this bike, is that the car gives you range anxiety, especially on an old one like mine, all the time, and you can get used to it and you can plan ahead. But it's boring, right? It's boring planning ahead, but you don't get that with an e-bike, do you? So the great thing about this e-bike is if it runs out of power, which it won't for 5 miles, even with the hills, the worst case is I just have to pedal and use my own power. Actually, this might reinvigorate my love for cycling because the South Downs are no longer a threat. In fact, there's something to go and have fun in. Right, whoa, nearly lost it. It's been quite difficult filming with one hand. Anyway, I'm here. I'm about 30 seconds away from the campsite. So now we can see if we can get the e-bike into the van and Stampy out of these tiny, tiny little lanes back home where he can rest up and recharge. Okay, enough of this tomfoolery. Let's take a closer look at the Engwe rack bag. The bag itself is held on with quick and easy to use Velcro straps at the front and underneath. The semi-rigid moulded sides add style as well as durability. Up top you've got a padded handle, wire mesh netting and elastic straps ideal for your water bottle. Round the back there's an additional pocket with high-vis stripe and fabric clip for an additional rear light should you want more than what the bike offers, and these side clips add yet more versatility to this bag. The rack bag is listed as 17 to 35 litres and you can see why, it literally doubles in size. The full length high vid stripe adds to your visibility and the elastic straps add to your stability. So that's the back and sides, let's explore the top. Again here the top is made of a carbon composite leather and of course is waterproof. Inside is a treasure trove of accessories that really help to transform this bag. There are various straps which I'll demonstrate later and a high-vis waterproof cover. These 3 Velcro walled padded partitions help you divide the space inside the pannier rack for your various equipment or food. It's even got a padded base. And as if that space wasn't enough, a quick zip and you've got extra height. So using what I had available, let's see what I can fit in. I have a feeling this is going to look like the most random picnic assortment ever. Anyway, crisps, hot noodles, a little beer and a couple of glasses, some lemonade, oh yeah, the all important bees carver, a frisbee, why not, it might get frisky, bottle opener, and that's the second compartment down, one to go. A medium sized tablet in case we get bored, and a box set of Mr. Bean the cartoon, an umbrella just in case, a solar powered lamp radio, I mean this is scratching the bottom of the barrel now, a baseball cap, oh and a hoodie just in case the weather changes. And that's the rack completely full. Well, almost. Let's see if we can squeeze in a ball for Sammy. And for that extra protective layer and visibility, here's how to fit the cover. Here too, reflective stripes play their part. And if this Engwe bag wasn't impressive enough as a pannier rack, it also comes with attachments to allow you to take it away and wear it in 3 different styles. Firstly, as a handbag using the padded handle on top. Secondly, with this long padded strap, you can carry the bag slung over one shoulder. And finally, these 2 straps connect to 4 hooks on the back of the bag to turn it into a rucksack. Okay, so final thoughts on the Engwe Pro Engine 2 before the end of the day. The bike itself is amazing. It's a heavy old beast, but that's because it's got a big old battery in here and a lot of metal surrounding it. So on the only downside I could find really is that lifting this up onto a bike rack, it's hard, it's not impossible, but it's hard. Other than that, the fat front tyres, the dual suspension, the padded seat all make for a really smooth ride. I've let about 8 of my friends try this out now and they all love it. It's managed a range of around 72 kilometres on one full charge, which is around 44 odd miles. That's across urban and kind of hilly areas around our area. So naturally on flatter areas you're going to go further, and on hilly areas it's going to take its toll on the battery and you'll get a slightly reduced range. But what is good is obviously once it runs out you can carry on pedalling. The only thing I've found is if you're in a high gear on a hill and it runs out, it feels like someone's put the brakes on. So be ready with your gears when that power disappears. And then onto the pannier rack, well that's, as you've seen, it just expands and expands. It's like the TARDIS. So it goes from anywhere between 17 litres and something like 34 litres. It doesn't quite take my massive gaming laptop, which is a kind of 16-inch screen, but if you work on something smaller or an iPad, it can certainly go on there if you want to use this for urban commuting. Other than that, if you want to stick towels, sunscreen, drinks, snacks in there, it's got all the capacity you need for a nice little picnic. Also, if you're looking for a kind of mountain bike, then obviously you won't be looking for something that's got a great big hinge that folds away. As you've seen, it can go into our little Nissan Leaf, and with a struggle it can even go through Stampy's side door. I personally have also added this phone charge holder. It's just an internet purchase of around about £10, but it means I can keep an eye on my route map when I'm out trying to clock up my 72 miles. Right, well enough talking, I'm off to have some fun before the sun sets. See you next time. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and check the description below for the deals. Until next time, thanks for watching.